Hello, happy Friday. Thank you replay viewers for watching, and thank you YouTube viewers. This will go up on Penguin and Fish Movies when we're done here tonight. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery patterns and kits. And I'm here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, where we relax and we craft and we hang out and we work on a project together. And right now we are finishing up the embroidery for the last block of the Jacquelynne Steves I Love Home block of the month quilt along. Here we are. I just have 3 more little windows to do on this guy. This is block 4. Again, it's the last block. On Monday, we get instructions for the sashing and the borders for the quilt top. I still have to finish the border of this single block here. So we will just continue on block 4, and then I'll jump right away into the sashing and borders right when we get this done. So Monday we'll get started on this border, Monday and Tuesday. I hope we're done by then, and then we'll get right on the sashings and the assembly of the whole quilt front. So that's the plan. This is a free project until the end of December, so if you are interested in these houses, in this quilt, be sure to sign up to Jacquelynne's newsletter or the link that I have in the post here, so you can get the free patterns before they go away. So, and again, it is free right now to do all these cute little house patterns. All right, we are embroidering the last 3 little windows here, and then we will trim this block down to size. So it's a little bit bigger than it's supposed to be right now, so we need to trim it before we sew all the little decorative border stuff. And we'll do that on Monday, but we'll cut it tonight. So that is the plan. I'm going to flip you around. Thanks for joining me this Friday, guys. I appreciate it. All right, there's Zeb and Phil hanging out. I got my rotary cutter and cutting board on deck up there. We're using little minty scissors today. All right, let's get this in the embroidery hoop here. Hello, Libby. Hey, Tamara. Thanks, everyone, for joining tonight. All right, let's get this feller in. I had a lot of fun stitching the door yesterday. We did a whole pile of different stitches in there, and I just think it turned out so cute. I'm really happy with it. So just those 3 windows, and then we can be done. That is it for our embroidery on this whole quilt, which is crazy. We're getting through it here. You know, just a little bit at a time, and magically you have a quilt, which is kind of awesome. All right, here is my big cone of floss. Trim a little from there. Yeah, so on Monday we will have another giveaway as well. I think it'll be the last giveaway. I think it'll be the last giveaway. I'm not positive. But so stay tuned on Monday. There'll be a drawing for the next giveaway, like what we've been doing. And I'll reveal the giveaway as well on Monday. And I'm most likely going to send an email out about it as well, so be sure to check your Penguin and Fish emails on Monday. I know, Melanie, isn't it huge? So here's this cone of floss, and here's what a normal skein of floss is. This is about 8 meters, or like 8.7 yards, 8.7 yards. This is 2,100 meters. Or what is this in yards? I don't know if it says. This is approximately 2,100 meters, and this is used up quite a bit. Like it used to be kind of out to here when I started. But yeah, I like my giant cone of floss. All right. So the giveaway isn't yet. So I see you guys doing the hashtag I Love Home Quilts, but I'm not going to do it yet. It's not till Monday. And then we'll do the hashtag I Love Home Quilts again, for sure, for the giveaway. Oh, morning to you, Kathleen. Morning. You're in the future morning. All right. So just because I'd rather weave in the ends than do my whole away knot thing, I'm gonna weave in the ends up at the top here and just do a little bit of a jump to the window. I think that is my plan as far as all of these windows go. So just weaving in the back a little bit. And again, weaving in, trying to catch as many stitches as possible, and then I'm doing it 3 times, just so I have a kind of a secure hold here. There we go. The last of our embroidery, kind of crazy. All right, snip. Okay, so I'm gonna just start on this outer border, and we will crank out these windows tonight. I'm gonna just pull the short thread a little bit longer so I don't have to reach my arm so far away. Yes, exactly, TGIF Gretchen for sure. Oh man. I'm ready for a weekend. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to just wake up and have some coffee, and actually we'll probably be working, but it's a chill, easy work with coffee. It's all about the coffee. Oh, your chevron, charming chevron pattern came today. That's awesome, Jane. Yeah, I'm super excited about that project. So we'll be starting that right at the beginning of the new year, which is crazy because that's coming up so fast. I am hoping to get my just an update on the calendar of all our projects and stuff this weekend. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get that in the in that newsletter that I'll send out on Monday. Oh, I missed the comment. You saw a cute zipper kitty pouch. Oh, with a mouse pin. Oh, cute. I'll have to check that out. Gretchen, where did I get what? I'm not sure what you're referring to. I already forgot. I already forgot what we were talking about. I was talking about coffee. That's what I was talking about. Hot coffee. Oh, man. I must be sleepy because hot coffee sounds so good. Oh, for the, Gretchen, are you referring to the Charming Chevrons pattern? That is, I believe I have a link to it in my, my Facebook post here, so you can check that out. But yeah, it looks like a, well, and I read through the pattern too, so I think it's going to be a pretty easy, it's going to be a pretty easy pattern. But again, my whole thing that I want to do with it is try and get better at my free motion quilting. And I'm stoked about the pattern because it's really pretty. And I'm excited about the colors that I have picked out for it. I might need to scrounge up some more fabric. I was talking about this a little bit, but I can't remember if I was going for a queen size quilt or like a twin size, you know, a little bit bigger than a lap size quilt. I can't remember what I cut for the like kind of like the background color. And oh, you found a good background fabric. That's awesome, Gretchen. Yeah, so I can't quite remember what I cut out, and I mean, I could spread it out and measure all the yardage and all that. I probably will, but I think I may need to sneak in a few more fabrics, but we'll see once I get that far. We'll go with the flow, see what else I need. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm using like that kind of a deep, rich red for my background stuff, and actually a lot of my foreground fabrics, like the mix of fabrics, have a lot of like deep reds and stuff in it too. So I think it's going to have like an overall just really juicy richness to it, and I'm excited about it. Excited to play with a new set of fabrics. experiment with some new colors and see if it looks good together. That's always the question mark, right? Oh, you're gonna have to cut yours too and just see if you have enough. I have a hunch I cut the fabric for a queen size, but I don't know if I pulled enough of the mix of fabrics for a queen size. Oh, you got the Machine Quilting with Style book by Christa Watson. Awesome. All right. Yeah, that's I'm hoping to use her book to really help me through the you know, free motion stuff. Like just I'm looking forward to using her tips and tricks, basically. So I'll have that book open while we work on it and stuff, and we'll talk about it a little bit. And we'll see. I'm guessing it'll be really crazy when I start, and, you know, pulled stitches everywhere and tension being crazy, and, you know, all my curves will be pointy and square, but, you know, then I can see where I began, right? And then I can, you know, I can see the progress is what I'm hoping on the same quilt. You thought about the crayon fabrics, but no way too expensive for solids. Oh, I mean, for the crayon one, I think I'm just going to use some plain muslin. So that's usually pretty cheap. So I'm excited for that project too. So in a couple weeks, we'll start the Tweet House with crayons, coloring it in with crayons first, and then embroidering over it. Well, I think we'll try some colored pencils too, but we'll see how that goes. I've never done that before, and again, I'll figure that out a little bit more over the weekend, and it'll be more in more about that will be in my newsletter that'll go out hopefully on Monday or Tuesday. Oh, Crayola is having an actual fabric line. Oh, that's funny. Oh, they're just primary colors or just solid colors that are the colors of crayons? That's kind of interesting. That'd be really cute as the chevron quilt. You'd have periwinkle and midnight blue and brick red. Those were some of my favorites. All right, I'm going to weave in the end here, and then we'll start up the next house, or the next window, I mean. Oh, they come in a crayon box? Oh gosh, that's cute. More and more people are wanting to make stuff and craft stuff, I think. More people that wouldn't have, you know, thought of wanting to craft before, I think. So that's exciting. More people joining in with us making stuff. All right. I am going to weave in the back again here. I don't have that much thread left, but I'm hoping I get at least halfway done because the next piece of thread is the same length, and so if I can get one window out of that in another half, then we'll have just enough floss. Otherwise, I'm going to have to cut another piece of floss, which is going to be annoying. Kathleen, I have never done it before. I am just going to use Crayola crayons. And I think we'll do a little test first. I'm also going to get some colored pencils out that I have, and we'll give those a test too before we color on. Oops, I lost my thread. Before we color on the actual piece. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna have to do a little studying on that because I haven't done the crayon, the drawing, the coloring with it first, but I'm excited to give it a go. Yeah, people need the crafting now to just chill. That's what I like about crafting for sure. Yeah, that's what I feel like, Patricia. If more people just knew how awesome crafting was and how relaxing it makes you, and you know, just the thrill of being creative and making something that wasn't there before. I don't know, world would be a better place, I'm telling ya. Oh, you saw cute felted ornaments that look like snowballs. Oh, neat. Yeah, so I mean, that's the felting thing again. You know, it'd be fun to do a larger needle felting project, but I was surprised. We made that little, the little bird on the unicorn super quick, like in a half hour or so. Let me see if I have him. Yeah, so this little guy we made in just a half hour, and he's got a little tail and wings and everything. And then, you know, and then the other half hour we sculpted her hair a little bit. But it would be fun to do a bigger project like this. But man, it was quick and easy and just really, really fun. So yeah, that'd be fun to break that out again. You just tell people all the time that quilting is your therapy. Exactly, Sue. Yeah, we were having a conversation the other day, me and some friends, just how, I don't know, sometimes when you say like, oh, I quilt or I craft, or like crafting's really relaxing, it's almost as if people just stare at you as if you're speaking a different language a little bit. I don't know, have you guys ever felt like that? Or it's like, oh, that's so sweet that you're a crafter and you craft stuff. I don't know. Let me know if you guys ever get that reaction from people. Madeline, you can get wool roving in a lot of places now. I know Joanne sells it. I think Hobby Lobby does or not Hobby Lobby, Michaels. I think Michaels does as well. Hobby Lobby might as well too, but you can get it online. If you want to get, you know, real fancy stuff, you can go directly to like a sheep breeder and stuff too. I mean, it's wool from sheeps really. But if you want like pre-colored stuff, which is really great, just do a quick search for wool roving and, you know, or on Etsy. Etsy would be a great place. Yep, roving, exactly like that, Patricia. Wool roving is what it is. It's the carded wool. So wool roving or carded wool would probably be another term for it. But what that is it's just this poofy wool. It's the poofy wool before it's made into yarn or before it's sculpted. It's just a poof of wool, basically. So this has been carded wool and it's been dyed already. So it's just the fluff. So that's what you'd be looking for needle felting, and it has to be 100% wool. That's kind of key. Otherwise, it won't stick together when you rub it, basically, or when you agitate it with the needle felting needle, because the needle felting needle, remember, has little barbs on it. Those barbs agitate, let me pull on this a little bit, agitate the fibers in the wool, and you need that for it to stick together. So it has to be 100% wool to have those fibers. Yeah, unspun wool. There you go, Joyce. It is just unspun wool. Yeah, rug hooking, that is something that has been kind of in the back of my head as something I'd like to try too. You've done it. It's not hard, but time consuming. Oh, it just looks so much fun too, though. I think I would love to give that a try sometime. And you can use, I'm going to just finish this stitch and weave it in. You can use recycled sweaters for that you can cut into strips, and you can use a lot of recycled fabrics with wool hooking, or with rug hooking, sorry. And that's something that is kind of exciting to me. So I'd love to give that a try. I think it's just so pretty. Oh, when you got sick, your doctors encouraged you to keep quilting. Oh man, see? Those are some smart doctors. Etsy would be the best place to check for roving. I love that in Wisconsin, Illinois, they have Fiberfest. Oh man, that's cool, Tamara. Dang, I need to go to one of those, a Fiberfest. Oh, that sounds dangerous. I would end up with so much wool and it would just be sitting somewhere for a while. But it's just so beautiful. And a lot of people do that over dyeing of wool, which basically means it's woven wool. It's like a woven, it's yardage, it's woven fabric. And sometimes it can be like herringbone or plaid or whatever that, and then they dye over it in a bright color or something. So that's what over dyeing is. But man, people make pretty stuff. Oh man, I'd love to go to a fiber fest. Dang, I'm in Wisconsin enough. That should have popped up on my radar already. I'll have to Google that. All right, got a little knot here. Oh, that's interesting. My end of my short thread looks like it tied itself in a knot over the other side. That is an odd knot right here. So usually I just can stick my needle in and kind of pull the loop out. Oh, there we go. Weird, it caught it upon it. Hey there guys, I'm back for try 2 again tonight. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery patterns and kits. And I'm here every night at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, where we relax and craft and work on a project. And we are in the middle of the Jacquelynne Steves Block 4. We got conked out a few minutes ago. But we're back, hopefully, and I see you guys popping in again, so that's awesome. We're gonna just try and finish up these little these little windows. We got one here, and then just the center there, and then we'll be done for the evening, but I still want to get it done tonight. I didn't want to wait, so hopefully we stay good to go here again, and we don't just conk out, I don't know. All right, so I think we're good. I'm gonna flip you around. We'll get back to it. All right. Yay, I'm glad you guys are back too. All right, I was just finishing weaving in the end there. Let's get stitching the inside of this. Yeah, I know, right, Bonnie? I don't know. Technology. So yeah, I all of a sudden I looked up from stitching and my monitor was completely just back to the home screen, and I'm like, okay, guess Facebook didn't like me tonight. So not sure what's happening there, but well, we're back, and I want to finish this window. I would still like to trim it down tonight too. That'll be a good, I'll feel finished at that time, right? That'll be good. So I'm trying to get this window and all of the other window done with this one piece of floss. So hopefully that will pan out. So we were pretty close last time. But we're almost there. I can feel it. I would hate to stop tonight. Oh, you're just chatting away. Oh, funny. Oh gosh, Gretchen, I know. Isn't that the worst? It's like, oh, the phone cut out 5 minutes ago, probably. Having a conversation with myself again. All right, I'm almost done with this little center dude here. And then one more window. So I hope you guys are doing, gonna have a good weekend, like have some fun things planned. Got compliments on the hedgehog bag, wearing it in Phoenix. Oh, cool, LaDonna, that's awesome. Knitted on a blanket for the last leg of the flight. Oh man, that sounds relaxing. I haven't knit in a little while. That would be cool. My mom was knitting a bunch of hats when I was home last. out of just, she was just using up a pile of yarn and a pile of wool that she just happened to have, and she was knitting this really cute pattern. And then every time she'd run out of a ball of yarn, she'd just add a next ball of yarn. So it was making like some really pretty colors, pretty color combinations and stuff. And I'm like, oh, the last day, I was like, I want to try one of those too. But I didn't have the right needles, the right needle size. So after like casting on like 3 times because I just couldn't count or something, I don't remember. I realized that the circular needles were way too big, and I didn't want to use the double pointed needles because I'm a wimp, and so my knitting failed. Oh, you bought some of the peppermint kisses today, Athena? Oh, dang, those are some tasty buggers, that's for sure. All right, I'm gonna attempt to do this last window with whatever I have left on this strand of thread. So hopefully we get it there. Alrighty. I think I'm probably gonna do that kind of back stitch that was a weird back stitch, that back stitch and forward stitch at the same time to hopefully make my thread go a little farther. It doesn't, I don't think it makes as nice of a stitch because they're less consistent, but that's really, really minute. You see those blankets that are the huge yarn and think they're hand knitted? Oh, fun. Oh yeah, wanted to eat the whole bag. I know, they are dangerous puppies. You almost have to get the peppermint kisses and then like separate them into like mini baggies right away, and then like disperse them around the house, like hide them in different covers. Oh yes, Patricia, my phone conked out, so this is the second video. So I'm glad you were able to find me again. But yeah, my phone just all of a sudden wasn't on Facebook anymore. So that was fun. Then it takes a little while to get it back up and running because I got to restart the phone, and if I restart the phone, then it seems to work decent again. When in doubt, restart your phone. Oh, this is coming together with all these windows. I still like those chain stitches on the side of that door. I think that's pretty cute. All right, halfway done with this outside. Oh, the arm knitting. I have not tried that before, but that has been like a really big, like odd thing, the arm knitting. Like my question with that is like, what if you decide you want to stop knitting for the moment, and then you got all the loops on your arm? But it would be kind of fun. It'd be a fun way to teach someone how to knit, because I think well, I don't know, maybe that's not a good way to teach someone to knit, but it'd be a fun way just to see how loops hook together a little bit, you know, and just get kind of maybe a feel for the mechanics of knitting a little bit more, maybe. I mean, I'm not sure. That would be my guess, but I don't know. She's short arms. Oh, funny. Yeah, man, I guess you're not making that wide of a blanket if you got short arms. Man, my husband would be good at that. He's got super long arms. He can make a wide blankie. All right. Just the center and we're done. I'm pretty confident now that I'll have enough thread. I got quite a bit on here yet. I think I might do 2 stitches on the bottom. On all these other ones, I only did 1 stitch, but this square with the cross through it seems a little bit more symmetrical, so it'd be weird to do just the 2 stitches on top and the 1 on the bottom, I think. Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm still excited for that coffee that's gonna come tomorrow morning. Oof, I must be addicted to it. That just sounds like, you know, after eating, hot coffee just always sounds like the best thing. Oh, you're gonna miss the huge cone of floss. I'll have to have it sitting behind me, but I think I'll actually need it to make more kits out of really soon here, so it's gonna have to go away anyway for that. We'll do some more embroidery, and I'll bring a different color cone up maybe, or maybe this guy will just stay behind us, and whenever we need some embroidery floss, we'll whip it out. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, like Patricia, I have not made any braided stuff. I bought a book like on rug braids and stuff. I bought a book from the Value Village, which is like a Goodwill sort of thing, like a local Goodwill. And I always wanted to try it, but I haven't yet. Oh, the ruler and accessory wall behind me. Sue, that used to be, before we put a few shelves in our kitchen, that used to hang in our kitchen, and we had like spices on the rack and like coffee cups and just a bunch of other random cooking stuff. But then we put some shelves up there, and instead of, like, we didn't know what to do with this, and I'm like, I think I can put all my craft stuff on there. So yeah, I think it used to be for the kitchen. I think we got it from the Container Store. So they have all that stuff there. I'm thinking that any Home Depot or anything like that would have it too. All right, 2 more stitches. Yep, Joyce, I hear you. So many crafts, so little time. I'm all about trying new crafts though. Like, there's nothing more, I think, intellectually stimulating. How about that? Like, just trying to figure out the mystery of another craft, you know? I just love that. It's like you've solved some riddle, some magic trick when you're done. I find it very satisfying. So yeah, definitely. You know, even with like this crayon thing, I haven't done that before, so I'm super stoked about that. All right. Oh yeah, it definitely, I love it, Sue, because if I'm like, oh, dang, I need my my pinking shears, then it's just right here. I don't even have to move. I can just go over and grab it. And now I have it pretty much filled with the stuff that I use all the time here. So it works out well so far. Yeah, exactly, Patricia. All right, we are done embroidering. So I am going to trim this to the 8.5 inches. It's flat enough. So I think we're going to be good to go. Sue, they're done in a few different ways. Sometimes they're braided. Sometimes they're done in like with this like, oh gosh, like a toothbrush with a hook type thing. Like not quite a crochet hook. It's this some other thing. So it's there's a couple different ways that it's done as far as I can tell. All right, I got my big cutter or my big ruler out here again. So I think I have it taped off to the 6 or the 8.5 inches still, but let's just count because I'm afraid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5. All right, so I'm going to kind of center it within in this. And I'm just looking, like, here's my blue tape and the edge of my ruler. I'm kind of like, what's the farthest most point? It's kind of this leaf here. So I'm going to try and get that roof peak the same. But at the same time, if it looks like it's not centered enough, then I'll tweak it a little bit so it looks more centered. So I'm just super eyeballing it. And I got to remember that you're going to lose like a 1/4 inch. I could iron it, but it's flat enough that I think we're going to be fine. So I'm not going to iron it. I don't want to. I probably should, but I think we'll be okay. Alrighty, let's see. I like the ground, but I don't want so much ground that it doesn't look centered. You know what? I think that looks pretty decent right there. Let's just make sure it's kind of straight. Yeah, I think we're good. So let's get rotary cutter out. Hold that down. Ooh. Because, oh, that was weird. So that was not a great cut. I'm going to actually cut that again. Because my appliques are so poofy, my ruler was floating off of it a little bit. So I'm going to just trim that edge again because I got a little wobble in the edge. There, that looks better. Shaved a little bit off of there. There, that'll come off. All right, and then this other side here. Ooh, again, I'm going to have to push down on it a little bit. Just because that is so poofy right there. All right, there's that. Now let's rotate it, and I'm going to get that. Oh, you know what? I'm going to line it up on my ruler here just to make sure it's 8.5 inches because I think this is a little bit more accurate than this ruler. This is that horrible ruler that I want to get a new one. I don't like this one at all. Look, it doesn't even have middle markings. It was intended, it's for some sort of quilt. So it's like for a pineapple block or something, but I never made that before. But as a ruler, it's not the greatest. So I'm going to just, again, I lined it up. I'm squaring it on my cutting board instead, then using this more as a guide and then making sure that it's kind of on that 8.5 point here. And I think we're looking pretty good there. All right, we're ready. Let's trim this. 8.5, we are good. I know, right? This is always the scariest part for me, cutting. Always so scary. You work on something forever, you don't want to screw it up cutting. All right, all that pretty fabric, our pretty grass fabric going away. Oh, I know. I need to ask Santa for a new ruler. I think you're right, Patricia. All right, let's remove this just so we can see what it looks like. There. I think that turned out pretty decent. Nice and center. We got a little bit of sky in there yet and a little bit of ground. Enough sky so that we're not cutting off our flower because our flower goes up above the roof a little bit. I think we did okay. So tomorrow, not tomorrow, on Monday, we got all our block 4 stuff here, and we will, ooh, that wasn't closed all the way. We'll do the sewing part. So this is the center of our block, and then we have to do the rest of the block yet. So that's the plan. I think I could have maybe put a little bit more ground here, but oh well. It's cut now, so that's how it's going to be. I think it'll be fine. So, all right, I'll get these out for tomorrow, or Monday, I mean. And we'll be ready to start sewing. And again, Monday is also when we get the instructions for the rest of the quilt top, the borders and the sashing. So right when we get done with this block, we will start up on that second block right away. So that is the plan. All right. Oh yeah, that lime really pops. All right, I'm gonna tilt you guys up again. Alrighty, so I'm glad we were able to finish that. I'm glad this was working again the second time around, but I just love it. I had so much fun needle turning all those flowers. It was super challenging, but it was fun. And then the embroidery, I'm stoked. I'm ready to do the half rectangle triangles on Monday for the border, and yeah, get to sew again. I haven't sewn in a while, so that'll be fun. All right, guys, I will get this up on YouTube at Penguin and Fish Movies on YouTube, and it will stay here on Facebook. hopefully both the videos stayed on Facebook. That doesn't always happen. Otherwise, the full video of the first video and the second will be